Saeb Erekat lost no time in condemning Israel over its refusal to bring an immediate halt to settlement activity.
If the Israeli government continues with the settlement activities, the occupation, the fait accompli policies, the dictations, it means this region is doomed and is going in the hands of extremists.
Erekat also reminded the international community of their role in pressuring Israel.
If President Obama and President Sarkozy and Prime Minister Brown and President Medvedev and the UN and all these Europeans cannot have Israel stop settlement activities, who will believe that these countries can oblige Israel to pull back to the 67 borders?
In June 1967, Israel occupied the Gaza Strip, the West Bank, East Jerusalem, as well as the Golan Heights and the Sinai Peninsula. A second refugee crisis followed the one in 1948, when Israel was created. In November 1967, the 15 members of the United Nations Security Council unanimously declared Resolution 242, urging Israel to withdraw from those newly occupied lands. Instead, Israel stayed and began an aggressive policy of Jewish settlements. Close to 500,000 Jews live in more than 100 settlements built since Israel's 1967 occupation of the West Bank and East Jerusalem. The settlements are illegal under international law.
And if the Americans and the Europeans and the Russians and the UN can have Israel comply with its obligations emanating from the roadmap, i.e. stop settlement activities, including natural growth, then we can resume the permanent status negotiations.
The position of the French government is that if there's no agreement on freezing settlements, a larger peace initiative will be much more difficult or perhaps even impossible. Both Mr. Erekat and Mahmoud Abbas are in Paris to lobby more support from the French government. And Mr. Erekat used the opportunity to remind the French of their own values.
And if France wants to say loudly that we share the values of the State of Israel, under such scenarios, congratulations on your values. We were educated about Voltaire, about freedoms, about equality, about fraternity. Now, if this is the Western values that you want to share with Israel, we congratulate you.
Mark Vautier, Press TV, Paris.